If you haven't watched my previous chapters, you can click on the I button or check the description box. You will find the videos there. So, without further ado, let's get started. Chapter 3. The Boy Who Wouldn't Stop Looking. The next morning was no different. The classroom was noisy, the teacher was late, and the girl in the corner sat quietly, reading her book. For a few moments, everything felt normal. Then, hey nerd! She didn't even need to look up. The same girls. Again. A sigh escaped her lips. One of them pulled her chair backward slightly. Another grabbed her pen. The third laughed.
Do you ever get tired of being so boring?
The classroom watched. Nobody interfered. Nobody cared. The girl simply reached for another pen from her bag. The girls blinked.
What?
She opened her notebook and continued writing as if they weren't even there.
You're seriously weird.
The girls eventually gave up and returned to their seats. The girl continued studying, but this time a faint smile appeared on her lips, almost as if something amused her. The smile vanished before anyone noticed. After school, the girl carefully packed her bag. Then she froze. A strange feeling ran down her spine. Someone was watching her. She slowly turned toward the classroom window. Nothing. Only students walking outside. Maybe she was imagining it. Outside the school gates, a familiar blonde delinquent sat on a motorcycle. Dragon stood beside him. Mikey? Hmm, this is talking. It's not. It's literally is. Mikey pointed toward the school entrance. I'm observing. That's Howard's. The moment students began leaving the building, Mikey immediately started scanning the crowd. Then, there, the girl walking alone, just like yesterday, head slightly lowered, back over one shoulder, not talking to anyone, not even looking around. Mikey jumped off the motorcycle. Dragon immediately grabbed his shoulder. No. Why? You don't even know her. Exactly. No. Exactly. That's not a response. The girl continued walking, completely unaware, or at least that's what it looked like. Because the moment Mikey took a step forward, she suddenly changed direction without warning, without hesitation, and disappeared into a side street. Mikey stopped. Dragon stared. Did she just dodge you? I think she did. How? Mikey didn't answer because that was exactly what he wanted to know. Meanwhile, the girl leaned against several streets away. Her heart was racing. She pressed hand against her forehead. No, nope, absolutely not. She had seen him. She had seen Dragon too, and she knew exactly where that road would lead. Unfortunately for her, it seemed Fate had other plans because somewhere across Tokyo, Mikey had just made a decision, and whenever Mikey made a decision, trouble usually followed. That evening, Mikey lay on the roof of a building, staring at the sky. Kenshin! What? Find out her name. You asked that yesterday. And you still don't know it. Exactly. Dragon rubbed his temples. For some reason, he had a feeling this mysterious girl was about to become a very large problem. Not for Toman, not for Tokyo, for Mikey, and somehow that might be even worse. Chapter 4. Finally Caught. The next afternoon, the girl left school as usual, bag over one shoulder, book in hand, head down. Everything seemed normal, at least until she reached the corner of the street. Then, a shadow suddenly appeared in front of her. She stopped, slowly looking up. The blond boy grinned. Got you. The girl immediately turned around, only to find a tall, tattooed boy standing behind her. Dragon sighed. I told you, this was a bad idea. See? Said proudly. Now she can't run away. That's not something to be proud of. The girl stared at both of them, then at the nearest alley, calculating. Mikey noticed. You are thinking about running again? So you were. Why do you keep doing that? The girl finally spoke. Doing what? Running away when you see me. I don't. You do. I don't. You do. I don't. You do. Dragon looked away. This conversation was losing brain cells by the second. For a few moments, silence filled the air. Mikey tilted his head. The girl avoided eye contact. Mikey tilted his head further. The girl looked away, even more uncomfortable. Dragon wondered why he was here. Finally, Mikey pointed at her. What's your name? The girl froze. For a brief second, only a second, but Mikey noticed. Everything about this girl was strange. The way she reacted, the way she looked at him, like she already knew something. Something she wasn't saying. Then she said, Why? Mikey blinked. Huh? Why do you want to know? Because I don't know it. The girl stared. Mikey stared back. Dragon stared at both of them. Several seconds passed. Then she says, Hinai. Mikey smiled. Hinai. The name felt strangely familiar, even though he was certain they had never met. Okay, Hinai. Wanna be friends? Dragon almost choked. You can't ask that 5 seconds after learning her name. Mikey ignored, as usual. Hinai stared at the blond boy, then at Dragon, then back at Mikey. For the first time since meeting him, a tiny smile appeared on her face, only for a moment. Then it disappeared. You're weird, Mikey grinned. Everyone says that. I wonder why. Huh? Nothing. For some reason, the answer made Mikey laugh. And for some reason, that laugh made Hinai relax slightly. Just slightly. Not enough for anyone else to notice, but enough for her to realize something. Running away was probably no longer an option. Because when Mikey decided he was interested in something, he never gave up. And unfortunately for Hinai, she had just become the newest thing occupying his attention.